Well, we'll move to our second game of the day as Dallas and Oklahoma City will decide who will meet Houston for the championship. And there's strike three, so down on strikes goes our opening hitter, Peter Bradford. One gone. Oklahoma City here in the first, and that will bring up Jared Barres, the second baseman, to hit second here. I'll give you the defensive lineup here for the Angels in a moment. This popped up into right field. Drifting in is Riley Bost, and Bost makes the play. So 2 up, 2 down here for Oklahoma City in the first. That will bring Edmondson to the plate. Defensively for the Angels, Trip Durham in left, Zach Bolello in center, Riley Bost is in right. Fastball right down the middle. And 0-1 the count on Edmondson. Around the infield, Jake Johnson's at third. Samuel Hawes is at short. Over at second is Stanton Pruitt. And Cade McDonald is down at first base. Behind the plate is Isaac Wilson. And Daniel Wilbanks is on the mound. The count quickly 0-2 now on Jack Edmondson. Lined up in the delivery, off speed, misses low and in. Count will go to 1-2 here. Sutton delivers that hit up the right side and gets through into right field. Depends on how you want to score that, whether or not that's a hit or an error. Probably should have been a play made by Stanton Pruitt, but it was not a gimme by any stretch of the imagination. Probably mark that an error, but it just depends on who your official scorer is. So cleanup hitter steps in. This is Zach Clark, runner at first with 2 outs for Oklahoma. Fastball over the inside corner for a strike. Oh, and 2 the count. And this fouled back to the screen. So the winner of this game will advance to take on Houston tomorrow in the HWSA Championship. And this popped up down the left field line, getting over near foul territory, but now drifts back into fair and made by the left fielder. So no runs in the inning. I'm going to go with 1 error and no hits. There's a strikeout as well. We'll head to the bottom of the first, and no score between Oklahoma City and Dallas. Back here in just a moment. All right, we'll move to the bottom of the first as the Angels get things started. There's a strike to Samuel Hwsa. Samuel Hwsa leads things off and will play short today. Out at third base and batting second is Jake Johnson. Daniel Wilbanks will pitch and hit third. Batting cleanup is the DH Justin Bruce. He's DHing for the catcher Isaac Wilson. Batting fifth is Zach Balello, the center fielder. Right fielder Riley Boast will bat sixth. Hitting seventh is Trip Durham. Is that Durham or Dunham? I think it's Durham. The left fielder. Batting eighth, the first base is Cade McDonald. Batting ninth is the second baseman Stanton Pruitt. Give it the defensive setting for Oklahoma City here in just a moment. Bottom of the first, no score between Dallas and Oklahoma City. Count moves to now 2-2. Defensively for the Broncos, Micah Prentice is in left, Peter Bradford in center, Cutter Lotus is in right field. There's a called strike three over the outside corner, and down on goes Samuel Hwsa. That will bring Jake Johnson to the plate. Johnson, the third baseman. Defensively around the infield for the Broncos, Elijah Brady's at third. Drew Sunby is at short. Over at second base is Jared Barris. Blake Blackwell will play first. Behind the plate is Zach Clark. And lefty Brady Smith on the mound for Oklahoma City. So 1-0 the count here to Johnson. Fastball right down the middle. And the count will even up at 1-1. Here, fastball misses away. The count now goes to 2-1. And this popped up down the first base line in foul territory. The play made there by the first baseman Blake Blackwell. And now 2 up, 2 down for Dallas in the first. Daniel Wilbanks, the pitcher and number 3 hitter, to the plate. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball down the middle as the count goes to 0-1. That pitch will miss away. 1-1 the count here. It's turned into a pretty nice afternoon in Florida. Temperature in the mid-70s. Sunny skies, a little bit of a breeze. Some clouds floating by as well. Fastball misses up and away. And the count moves to 2-1.
We're sitting in the shade, and that's not a help today. That when you get out there in that sun right now, it is just beautiful. It's just right.
This popped up on the infield, gets over in foul territory, and the catcher, that's Zach Clark, ends up making the play. Almost ran into Brady Smith, but that will do it for the first inning. No runs, no hits, 1 strikeout. We'll head to the second. No score between Dallas and Oklahoma City. Back here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network. To the second inning we go, and that pitch there misses low. 1-0 the count on Justin Bruce. Bruce is DHing today for Isaac Wilson, the catcher. Pitch here, this popped up into left center field, drifting over and making the play is Zach Bellello. So 1 up, 1 down for I'm on the wrong page, aren't I? That's what I get for trying to do 13 things at once, trying to figure out what's causing our broadcast to be all glitchy, and I end up not paying attention. That was Micah Prentice, who just flied out to center field. Micah 0 for 1 now on the day, and that brings us to Drew Sunby, the shortstop. So Sunby and then Blake Blackwell to face Daniel Wilbanks from Dallas. Fastball over the outside corner for a strike. And the count now 0-2. Delivery here as the righty winds and fires, and down on strikes goes Drew Sunby. 2 up, 2 down. Now Blake to the plate. Not a whole lot going on offensively between either one of these teams so far. Here, fastball over that inside corner, 0-1 to count on Blackwell. Winner of this game will meet Houston tomorrow in the championship game tomorrow afternoon. Houston beating Tulsa 3-1 earlier today. That's chopped out towards short, played there by Haas. He'll fire across the first and gets the out. That will be 6-3 on the putout. No runs in the inning, no hits. There was 1 strikeout as well. Head to the bottom of the second, no score between Oklahoma City and Dallas. Back here with more in just a moment. To the bottom of the second we go. Fastball misses up and away. So 1-0 the count. This is Justin Bruce. Ironically enough, both wearing number 2. So walk issued there to Justin Bruce. That will bring Zach Bellello to the plate. Snap throw down to first after that pitch. That's not in time. And a 1-0 count here on Bellello. We are aware of a little bit of glitchiness in the broadcast. Actually, it might be a lot bit. I don't really know.
Oh,
I have
no.
a hard time telling, but it's just an issue with how our data is being pushed out for some particular reason. Everything's working fine. We have plenty of upload speed. The computer's working fine, and I don't understand why it's having a glitchy output. We've tried everything we know, but we're just going to go with it and try to make it work the best we can. 3-0 is the count now on Balelo, but we're kind of doing what we did last game, which is just go with it. And
yeah, that's all we can do right now. I have no explanation for it at all. Doesn't make any sense.
No, and Dave, who is our
computer whiz
guy back at home, he can even remotely access this thing, and everything he sees is fine. So I don't. It doesn't make any sense to either one of us. There's a walk issued to Balelo. So now back-to-back walks. Runners at first and second. Now a little meeting at the mound here.
Brady's kind of digging him in a hole here. A couple walks in a row. The bad thing about it is it's walks to lead off the inning, too.
Well, back with you tomorrow for the championship game. Actually, 2 games tomorrow. Hopefully some of this glitchiness will be fixed by then, but no promises. Again, whenever you're dealing with computer equipment and cell phone towers and all that kind of stuff, you never know.
Sometimes they just don't make any sense. I don't know.
Here's a bunt up the first base line. That's going to be played. The tag is laid on by Blackwell. But pretty good bunt, though.
Yeah, got the runners advanced just like they wanted. Now there's 2 men in scoring position with only 1 out. Stepping up is going to be Trip Durham. He's a left fielder.
So Trip to the plate for the first time today. A couple of runners in scoring position as the lefty Brady Smith will wind and fire. That gets him past the catcher and all the way back to the backstop, and in to score from third base is Justin Bruce. So a 1-0 lead up to third goes Balelo, and the Angels strike first here.
Well, 2 walks and that bunt laid down there, very important. Advance the runners up in scoring position. The pass ball comes in, and the base hit hasn't even been gotten yet. Sometimes you got to manufacture runs like that, though.
So Durham stands in. Fastball, that misses up high. 2-0 the count now. Well, for Brady Smith, he's got to settle down a little bit here and worry about this hitter. As that's down the middle, and the count will move to 2-1. And you want to keep a little bit of an eye on that guy at third, but it is so early in this game. Get locked in a little bit and try to work back on some things here. 2-2 the count as one of a lead off of third.
You know, I was thinking about how hard it is to hit a ball like that.
There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Durham. So 2 gone. That's a really nice job of coming back and getting a hitter by Brady.
Yeah, it was. You know, I never knew how hard it was to really to bat in major leagues and all that time. Remember when Jordan tried to go into baseball. And talk about a guy with great physical abilities, and he couldn't do it. He got minor league, and that was it.
So let's foul back out of play. Stay at 1-2 on McDonald. Off-speed pitch slowly rolled out towards short. Played there by Sunby. Fires it across the first, and we'll get the putout. So 1 run in the inning, although no hits. There were a couple of walks, a strikeout, and a pass ball in there as well. We'll go to the top of inning number 3. It is a 1-0 lead for Dallas. Back here in just a moment with more of the HWSA. So we go to the top of inning number 3, and Elijah Brady to lead things off here in Oklahoma City. I want to know the count. This is the bottom part of this order. Is that strike over the outside corner? Brady, Cutter Lotus, and Brady Smith to come to the plate here in the third. A swing and a miss. Count will move now to 1-2. And the off-speed pitch called strike 3 over the outside corner. And down on strikes goes Elijah Brady. 1 up, 1 down. Now the number 8 hitter, Cutter Lotus. A 1-0 lead for Dallas here in the top of the third. This popped up on the infield, right smack in the middle infield, actually almost on the pitcher's mound.
It was a ground ball to second base. Made the throw to first, but it was not in time. We got a runner on first. Stepping up to the plate, Jared Barris. Fastball in the inside corner, strike 1. Go to first base, just saying I'm seeing you over there. Lined up the pitch. There's a fly ball to short right center. Oh, drops in there for a base hit. It's the eyes. Well, now it's getting a little bit of excitement going. Got runners on first and second, 2 outs. Top of this third inning. Now we have stepping up to the plate, Jack Edmondson. Jack's the designated hitter today.
I'm figuring out what happened on that lineup thing, by the way. You got 10 people in the lineup.
Tim Tebow?
No, you got 10 people on the lineup card.
Oh, yeah. That's why he had it. So one of them is a
for the
designated
DA.
hitter.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I got all the way to the bottom. I'm saying Brady Smith, and it's a different guy. Well, that's why. He's the 10th guy. There's a fastball right down the middle. 0-1 the count on Edmondson.
Yeah, he had it written in the lineup like that. It's true. You're right.
Jack reached on an error back in the first inning. This fouled back out of play. Count now 0-2.
There we go. I'll mark my thing so I don't get that mistake on here anymore.
So Wilbanks comes set and delivers. Boy, that's
Oh.
a nasty curveball right there.
That was
And
something.
called strike 3. Boy, that's a really nice pitch.
Wow.
Good job of getting out of that by Wilbanks. No runs in the inning. There were a couple of strikeouts and a couple of hits as well. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 3. 1-0 is the lead for Dallas. Back with more in a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. So Samuel Hawes stands in after a ground out to the pitcher as that misses low. 1-1 the count. Sam struck out looking back in the first. Curveball over that inside corner for a strike, and count moves to 1-2.
The nice curveball he did there.
Right back to the pitcher again. And flip over to first is in time.
Well, the pitcher's got 2 assists in this inning now. I wonder if we can get a third.
2 up, 2 down. And now to the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Jake Johnson. He is 0 for 1. And that misses up and away, so 1-0 the count. Right here, fastball and a swing and a miss. And the count will pull even at 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, a 1-0 lead for Dallas. That bounces in, and the count will go now to 2-1.
Ooh, right down the middle.
And there's a strike. And strike 3. So down on strikes goes Jake Johnson. That'll do it for the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 strikeout. We will head to the top of the 4th, still in 1-0 lead for Dallas. Back here in just a moment. To the fourth inning we go. Zach Clark to lead it off for Oklahoma City. Clark, Mike Apprentice, and Drew Sunby to face Daniel Wilbanks from the Angels. That's a swing and a miss, and 0-1 the count now on Clark. Wind and fire, and that fastball misses low and away, and the count will pull even at 1-1. And fastball over the inside corner for a strike, as the count will go to 1-2 here with nobody out in the fourth. And Wilbanks comes set and delivers off-speed pitch, swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Zach Clark. 1 up, 1 down for Oklahoma City. Here in the fourth, that'll bring Mike Apprentice to the plate. Prentice 0 for 1 so far today. Foul back to the screen.
You know, we're actually getting more sunshine here than clouds now. Kind of looking up weather-wise.
So runner here down at first with 1 out in the fourth. And that brings Drew Sunby to the plate. Pickoff throw over to first is not in time. So Wilbanks looks in, gets the sign. And that fastball misses away. So 1-0 the count here. So delivery here is
nice
over
pitch.
That outside corner for a strike. The count pulls even at 1-1.
Well, he just painted the edge of that plate with that. That was a beautiful location.
Now delivery here. That's a good pitch.
Yeah.
On that outside corner, but misses to the outside. So now 2-1 the count.
That was. Yeah. Not much of a lead at first, so.
I'm telling you, man, this wind is crazy. There's a swing and a miss, and the count goes to 2-2 as lead off down there at first. Set back to the screen here. So count will stay at 2-2. And foul ball right back to the screen. Foul right back into the camera.
Take it easy. This one.
Close enough.
That's definitely close enough.
Literally right into the camera. I'm going to have to work with that. You're going to have to live with it for just a second, folks.
Oh, boy.
That literally, I mean, it might have even hit the same link the camera was on. We'll work with that in between innings, try to get that back to where it needs to.
I think we got this table up against the camera. It doesn't give the camera any give.
And I realize it's a little crooked at the moment, but we'll fix that. This foul back out of play. So we'll stay at 3-2. Banks throws back over to first, not in time.
Yeah.
There goes the runner at first. This foul back to the screen again. My goodness, Wilbank's going to be tired out. Many pitches he's throwing in this at bat.
That's true. He's got a bunch of them coming out.
We'll have to go have a talk with Drew and tell him to stop fouling the ball back near our camera.
Well, he's sure causing us some worry back here, that's for sure.
I don't think it's going to do any damage to the camera, but keep resetting it. It's just leaning up against the fence, basically. There's a swing and a miss, and finally, Wilbanks gets the better of Sunby. So 2 strikeouts in the inning and now 2 outs, and that will bring Blake Blackwell to the plate, the number 7 hitter who is 0 for 1 today.
Actuality, he did foul tip it, I think, but the catcher hung on to it, so counted as a swing and miss. Same difference.
Runner leads off of first here. This foul back out of play. So 0-1 the count on Blackwell. Once again, we are aware here of some connection issues, and we know the picture and sound are skipping around a little bit, and we've tried to work with it as much as possible, but for today at least it kind of is what it is, and see if it improves tomorrow.
Oh, that was a nice pitch too. Yeah. Well.
All right, we've tried everything we know how to do. We've had a bunch of people look at it and everything else, and unfortunately the glitchiness is going to stay there for now. Maybe we can rectify that tomorrow. This foul back to the screen, and the count will go to 1-2.
One of the mothers is reminding him that he's got a huge gap right up the middle. Problem is putting the ball there.
That misses low. Good stop by Isaac Wilson.
Oh, good time for base hit.
Yeah, and this pop back out of play. I'll tell you what, Wilbanks has thrown a ton of pitches this inning.
Yes, he has.
I'm saying approaching 25.
Wouldn't
this one inning alone.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt the bunch.
Curve ball, that misses low and away, and now the count full at 3-2.
Well, that base runner's been out there for a long time, hasn't he? The batters have fouled off a ton of pitches.
There goes the runner at first. This foul out of play.
That's twice he's done that. Been all the way to second base, only to have the batter to foul off the ball. Had a little hit and run going there.
been a long inning.
Boy, it has been. Yes, you're right.
I mean, a long inning. Delivery here from Will Banks is chopped down towards short, flattens out a little bit. Played there by Hawes. First,
nice
and
catch.
he will get the out. So good play there defensively. Out goes 6-3. No runs in the inning. There was one hit, couple of strikeouts as well. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. It is a 1-0 lead for the Angels. Back here in just a moment, you're watching the HWSA. Well, to the bottom of the fourth we go. Daniel Wilbanks stands in. It's Wilbanks, Justin Bruce, and Zach Bolello to face Brady Smith. This will roll back to the screen. And the count now 2-1 on Wilbanks. And misses as well, and the count will move to 3-1. And there's ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued to Daniel Wilbanks. That'll bring the cleanup hitter Justin Bruce to the plate.
Brady just won but once before and walked 2 batters in 1 inning, and then the bunt single or the bunt sacrifice bunt, some second, third, and then the wild pitch scored the run, the only run of the game. Now he's walked the leadoff batter again.
And there's a called strike over the outside corner. And that will miss off throw back over to first base is not in time.
Pretty good throw by Zach Clark. All right, here we go again.
There's a swing and a miss. And count now 1-2 on Justin Bruce. And Brady will just kind of float that in after hitter asking for time. Fastball missing inside. The count pulls even now at 2-2.
All right.
Pitch here. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Justin Bruce. One gone. That'll bring Zach Bolello to the plate.
Blow, along with Bruce, was the two guys that walked that first time around.
And this is 1-0 to count on Bolello.
Oh, nice pitch.
Strike, so the count now will even up at 1-1. Winner of this game will advance on to the championship game to take on the Houston Falcons, who won the earlier game today.
Nicely played game, by the way, that first game. Wow.
This fastball misses away. Now 2-1 the count.
Big difference maker in that game was that high fly home run to right field. Just surprised everybody.
A swing and a miss on a pitch up and away, and the count will pull even at 2-2.
Yeah, boy, they wished he hadn't swung at that one. Something about a high fastball. It's just hard to keep yourself from swinging at.
That fastball missing up and away. Now full count at 3-2. Both pitchers have thrown a bunch of pitches so far in this game. Foul back out of play.
Way back.
So runners at first and second here. 0-1 the count. Pitch delivered. That
drive.
Shot out into right field. What a snag by the right fielder, Cutter Lotus. Comes in and makes a nice running grab.
Boy, that was a line. It was a sinking line drive. He was coming in hard from right field, and it was kind of tailing away from him, and he reached over and grabbed it on a dead run. About knee high. Nice play. Man.
So Smith comes set, glances back at second, now delivers home. That foul back to the screen. 0-1 the count on Trip Durham. Durham, the left fielder, struck out swinging in the second. Foul back out of play, and it's 2.
Boy, didn't he make that look easy out there?
Yeah, those
Man.
had to come running in, snag that on the fly. I'm not sure what that was all about, but catcher Zach Clark just got up, took off his mask, and walked around for a second. Off-speed pitch. That missed up high.
We're going to lose our.
I'm telling you, it's going to go flying out before too long.
They were supposed to bring us some weighted bags to hold that down. But
And this bounces in. Matter of fact, it's all the way back to the screen. The runners will move to second and third.
This might be deja vu all over again.
Let's see what Brady does to try to work out of this.
We got 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that Popped up into right field, shallow right. That's a tough play for the second baseman, who goes out and makes a nice grab. That's Jared Barris, who manages to run out there, and Jared makes a nice play to keep a run off the board. So no runs in the inning. Couple of walks and a strikeout as well. We'll head to the fifth inning. It's a 1-0 lead for the Dallas Angels over Oklahoma City. Back with more in a moment from the HWSA.
Couple good plays that time.
That pitch misses away. So 1-0 the count on Elijah Brady. Brady, Lotus, and then back around to the top of the order, and Peter Bradford for Oklahoma City. That misses low. Now 2-0 the count. You know, we've come to consensus of opinion that it's a cell tower issue, that the data availability just is fluctuating so much that it's affecting what's happening, because the upload speeds are good, but just not consistent. So that could be our issue as the count goes to 2-1, because everything's working right computer-wise and all the connections are good. And the only thing I can figure now is that it's a connection issue from Verizon's end. Well, it could be. There's a strike over the outside corner. The count goes to 2-2.
Yeah, we've had a very knowledgeable person working on it. That's basically what it's come down to right now.
Well, Dave knows what he's doing, and he's been kind of helping us out all day, and I appreciate that. And he says that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. There's a shot in the left field, a little bloop single off the bat of Elijah Brady. Nice little piece of hitting there.
Those hits have been few and far between today.
Not been a lot of hits in any of the either one of the games today.
He really hasn't.
Been some really good pitching.
I mean, those pitchers made it rough on them today.
So Will Banks, pickoff throw to first. Runner can't get back in, or gets back there in time. The pickoff throw not in time.
One of the times before this game that Oklahoma City has just really been knocking the cover off the ball. I mean, they have been hitting well.
I haven't seen that so much today.
No, they've been quieted today.
There's a nice pitch over that outside corner. Count now 0-1 on Cutter Lotus. After Cutter, back around to the top of the order for Peter Bradford. Pickoff throw to first, not in time as our runner gets back again. Pitch here is shot out in the left, deep in the left, but drifting back to make the play is Trip Durham. Well, that was a little bit of trouble, but Durham tracked it down. We're back around to the top of the order.
That thing was well hit. He caught that right up over his right shoulder as he's going back toward the scoreboard here along the left field line. Hauled it in, makes one out. Runner still at first base.
Leads off of first. Pitch here is a swing and a miss. 0-1 the count on Peter Bradford.
Yeah, Peter's a leadoff batter, so he's starting the third time round for the team.
This popped up into right field, really
Watch it,
deep,
watch
and the
it,
right
watch
fielder
it.
couldn't find it. Matter of fact, it ended up dropping in about 50 feet away from the right fielder, who just, for whatever reason, didn't see it at all. And coming around to score.
Well, that was a seriously high fly ball over there.
Well, now Jared Barris stands in. Jared 1 for 2 with a single so far today. That foul back to the screen. The count now 1-1.
I do think you're right, though. I think he didn't lose the ball right off the bat. I don't think he saw it. He kind of won it over there in fair and trembling because he didn't want the ball hit him in the head either. But
there's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Barris. So 2 outs from runner down there at third, and a 1-1 game. Actually, I never changed the scoreboard. I've been with this connection so much today that I guess she's trying to keep up with that. By the way, Dallas, the Angels beat the Raleigh Warriors 1-0 and lost to Nashville 4-1. There's a swing and a miss. So 0-1 the count on Jack Edmondson. Then the Dallas Angels defeated the Houston Eagles 5-3. And there's another strike. And looking back at this Division I portion of this tournament, Dallas defeated Charlotte 12-2. Oklahoma City defeated Perth 10-7 to get here.
wow, man, that's a bunch of games already they played this week.
And also, that's a lot of runs being scored, especially consider that we haven't seen hardly any today.
Let's see, the scoreboard didn't keep track of the hits. I don't know.
Well, there hasn't been a lot.
No.
They have 3 hits, 4 hits for Oklahoma City, and there's a called strike 3 over the outside corner. And down on strikes goes Jack Edmondson. Not too thrilled about that call either. But 1 run in the inning on 2 hits, make that 5 hits total here for Oklahoma City. A couple of strikeouts as well. We'll head to the bottom of inning number 5. 1-1 tie. We'll be back with more from the HWSA in just a moment. There's a strike over the outside corner as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Cade McDonald leads things off. McDonald, Stanton on the top of the order, and Samuel Hawes. As the count evens up now at 1-1. Delivery here misses low. So 2-1 the count. Brady Smith into his now 5th inning of work for Oklahoma City. And this chopped foul. Looks like that went off the catcher. Not sure if that went off. It looked like it might have. I better not guess. Thought at first it might have went off the top of his shoe, but.
Yeah, I don't think it was shoes. I think it was higher than that.
Was it? Okay. I thought I saw it ricochet off something, but.
Yeah, and the ump took a walk out to talk to the pitcher a little bit and give him a chance to shake it off a little bit. And then didn't seem to be too much worse for the wearer.
This chopper down toward the hole in between short and third. Good backhand play. The throw to first is in time.
Oh, man, what a play.
That's a nice defensive play by Drew Sunby. The out goes 6-3. The one gone. Now the number 9 hitter Stanton Pruitt to the plate.
Boy, he had to go to his right hard and down on his knee. Get that ball, flip around, and come back and throw him out at first by a step. Fantastic. We've seen some really nice plays today, in spite of the wind and all the rest of it.
Fastball over that inside corner. 0-1 the count on Pruitt. There's been plenty of wind, that's for sure.
Oh, boy, has there ever been.
Curve ball, that misses low. So, count now at 1-1. Boy, that popped up shallow and into foul territory. Matter of fact, it's going to get all the way out of play. And the count now 1-2.
Some good hustling that time. The shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder. They were all met as trio right over when that ball went over the fence.
And a swing and a miss on a curveball, and down on strikes goes Stanton Pruitt. 2 up, 2 down. Back to the top of the order we go, and Samuel Hawes, who is 0 for 2 today.
Man, I tell you what, you take those walks away from Brady Smith, he's been absolutely something else today. He's given a hard time to go.
The lefty winds and fires, curveball chop foul. Count now 0-1.
Now, see, that third base coach did the smart thing. Step back out of the way and let it go by.
Delivery here, fastball hit
right
back up
one.
the middle into center field. One good piece of hitting off the bat of Hawes.
Wow.
So the single puts a runner on first with 2 outs. And now Jake Johnson to the plate.
Boy, yeah, he hit that solid right back up the middle. There was no chance anybody was going to get that one.
Johnson stands in. That pitch misses out and away. So 1-0 the count on Jake. You know what it feels like? Not the cold. There goes the runner at first. This is a swing and a miss, and cruising into second is Samuel Hawes with a stolen base. It reminds me of, like when those people go and climb Mount Everest.
Oh, yeah?
And you see them in those little, tent things that they have there, and the tent's going all over the place, and you can barely keep it in one spot. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, this
like we're in gale force winds constantly.
Well, I tell you what, it's wind. Woo.
Man, you see, that's a big flag down there on that right field line.
Yes.
And that thing is really whipping. Misses away. Count now evens up at 2-2.
I do think that was one of the primary contributions of that home run was that huge,
He hit
gigantic wind.
He hit that way up in the air and just went straight out. Found that out of play. By the way, we're talking about before this home run hit to right field. That, I mean, it just kept going. Of course, you get it up there a ways, and there's plenty of wind to carry it.
It's got to be down here, and we're at on our level. It's probably 15 miles an hour.
A chopper back out to the pitcher, and again, Brady Smith, who's done that about half a dozen times today, does it again.
He sure has.
So the out goes 1-3, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs. There was one hit and one strikeout as well. We will head to the top of inning number 6, and it is a 1-1 tie. Back with more of this Division I semifinal in a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. Off-speed pitch. That will come all the way back to the screen. And a 1-0. Matt Clark, the catcher for Oklahoma City. We're into the 6th inning, all tied up at 1 here. As Daniel Wilbanks continues to work for the Angels. And this popped up behind home plate. Should be playable. Ends up dropping in front of the catcher, Isaac Wilson. Wasn't exactly an easy play, though. That was up the first baseline. He had to try to locate it and then try to chase it down.
If he hadn't had the wind, he'd have probably made the catch, but it just made it drift just enough. It went right past the end of his glove, and he was running out there. And it was just enough this way. The first baseman couldn't get there.
Yeah, it was about in the exact right spot, and nobody can get out there. Curveball here, chopped down toward third. That took a big hop. Well, I don't know if there's anything that Jake Johnson can do with that particularly.
That was a good thing it didn't hit him in the head, man. I tell you what, that was a wild hop that time.
I believe I will go with single on that.
I believe it would too.
I don't think that's an error when it almost bounces up and hits you in the face. So a courtesy runner here is... Oh boy, I can't read. There's so many things written on the top of that.
Oh, I'll look up here.
I think it's Smith is the courtesy runner for Oklahoma City.
What number is he?
Number 7. So he'll be down there at first base.
Elijah Smith.
Sorry about that. I turned your mic up instead of turning it down. That's
Smith.
a problem. I was like, why did that get a whole lot louder when I did that? Well, because I cranked it all the way up. That's why.
When I talk,
oh
so
my
high.
Goodness. Elijah Smith down there at first.
Oh, we might as well laugh about it.
This has been an interesting day. That miss is low and away, so now 1-1 the count on Micah Prentice. And again, we are aware of those glitchy issues and some things going on, and it's really out of our control at this point. It's more an internet cell tower thing. So this grounded up the left side. That's knocked down, and it'll stay into shallow left field, so nobody will advance. But both runners will stay on after that play.
Yeah, the third baseman made a gallant effort of getting over there, and he took a dive at the last second. Jake knocked, but what he did was he knocked the ball just enough off to the shortstop side of it and went behind the shortstop who was charging over toward him. And so he kind of assisted the ball a little bit.
I think I'm going to go single again. This is some weird. Those are some weird hits. I mean, I don't.
No, I couldn't call it really error.
No, it's just just hitting it in the right spot again. So runners at first and second.
That's two hits like that, and that foul ball has all been just unique.
A bunt back out to the pitcher. Now the throw goes to third. That is in time. Woo! Ooh, that is.
Oh boy, that was a nip and tuck call there, boy.
Third base coach not particularly happy with that, but that will be the out.
Oh, they did call him out. I thought they called him safe.
No, they called him out.
Oh,
so
that's a nip and tuck the other way. Yeah, I thought he was safe. I mean, if I'd have been the ump, I'd have called him safe. I would say that. So it was close, boy. It was close.
Now 1 out with runners at first and second. We have a little bit of a change up here.
Different right fielder.
Is that a different first baseman too? 29. I'm not sure who 20. You might want to look up who 29 is there.
Oh, wait a minute.
I didn't see who went in the right, but I'll catch that eventually too.
This is Los Angeles. Oh, I went the wrong. I'm sorry.
That's Riley. Riley
okay.
Bose comes in and goes to first, which leads me to believe that Cade McDonald's going to go in and warm up to pitch here relatively shortly. I would think that's what's going on, but I am not a baseball manager by any stretch of the imagination. So I wouldn't go with that as a for sure thing, but this gets away from the catcher again. Wilson's going to have to track it down back right in front of us, and now runners up to second and third, and 1-0 the count on Blake Blackwell.
Boy, Daniel, except for that there, not much fault of his own, but that pitch right there contributed to it a little bit. He's found himself in a world of hurt here this inning. Base hits, but not exactly.
So 2 gone after the fly out to center field, and they would have sent that runner at third. That might have been a problem, but they did not. But still, opportunity here for Oklahoma City. 1-0 the count on Elijah Brady. Runners at second and third with 2 outs here in the 6th. Everything tied up at 1. Will Banks delivers. This popped up in the center, and I think he's going to get out of it. Drifting in is Zach Bolello. He'll make the play, and they do get out of it. Good piece of pitching there.
Boy.
So no runs in the inning. There were a couple of hits. We will head to the bottom of the 6th. Still tied up at 1. Back with your bottom of the 6th here in just a moment. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It is a 1-1 tie as Brady Smith winds and fires. Strike over that inside corner. Daniel Wilbanks now looking at a 1-1 count. Smith, the lefty, winds and fires. And that popped up into foul territory of the first base line. Nope, drifts back into fair territory. And having to hustle back to make the play is Blake Blackwell. I'm telling you, anything that's hitting the air today is...
it's a gamble, that's what it is, boy. Oh, man. You never know where that thing's going. This wind is just something else.
So 1 out. Now Justin Bruce, the designated hitter, stands in. Justin walked and scored in the 2nd and struck out in the 4th. So again, Justin with a walk and a run scored in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th inning. Now trying to keep things going here in the 6th.
Come back here.
Foul back on the play. A 1-1 to count here. And that will miss away. So now 2-1 the count. And this popped up down the right field line and will end up falling in for a little bloop single. So 1 out single for Justin Bruce. That brings Zach Bolello to the plate with 1 out here in the 6th.
That was a perfect shot down through there because it was just enough to get over the second baseman's head, not enough to get to the outfielder. That little pop single out there. And seeing eyes.
Bolello has walked twice. That pitch misses away. 1-0 the count. Delivery here, off speed, called a strike over that inside corner. The count will go to 1-1. Again, there have been some opportunities as of late.
Yes.
This popped out of play, and the count now 1-2.
We had a couple innings with a couple walks that Brady Smith gave up. And then last inning, Daniel gave a couple really just, I don't know what do you call them, lucky hits. Bounced off gloves and so forth.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just guys putting them, not hitting the ball hard, but just hitting the ball in exactly the right spot.
That's what it's been. Very few really hard hit balls.
There's a swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Zach Bolello.
That's what we were talking before about that high fastball. You can't hardly lay off of it, and it's awfully hard to hit. That was a beautiful location for a pitcher right there.
So now Riley Bose stands in. You're at first. That fastball over the outside corner, 0-1 to count on Riley. He's reached on a, actually didn't reach, he just had a sacrifice bunt in the 2nd inning and flied out to right field in the 4th. And the count will even up here at 1-1.
Yeah, that sacrifice bunt, that set up the first run of the game.
It's a swing and a miss on a fastball down the middle, and the count will go to 1-2. And that will miss in. So now 2-2 the count on Riley.
Brady seems like he gets stronger as the game goes on.
That's fouled back off the catcher again. That once again, I think that got him in the hand to the arm, one or the other.
Well, I tell you what, I would hate to play catcher.
I like the idea of it. I think it's an appealing position, but I'm not. Yeah,
As far as being involved in the game, it is a good position.
Getting beat up isn't always a.
Boy, you take some hard hits.
There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Riley Bose. So that'll do it for the 6th. No runs in the inning. There was one hit, a couple of strikeouts as well. We're going to head to the 7th. We got another good game here. But inning 7, all tied up at 1 here in the Division I semifinals. Back with more from the HWSA in just a moment. To the top of the 7th inning we go. Leading things off for Oklahoma will be Cutter Lotus. Cutter, and then background at the top of the order. 9-1-2 due up for the Broncos.
We're running out of innings here.
Fastball right down the middle. 0-2 the count on Cutter. You can hear that wind still a whistling.
Tell you what, it's a howling.
That fastball misses a little low. I would say it's every bit a gust to 25 miles an hour.
I
would
so. Doubt that a bit.
Maybe more.
It is really whistling out here.
There's a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, and down on strikes goes Cutter Lotus. Well, I don't know. Both of these pitchers just keep firing away. So as long as they keep striking out people, this game can go on for a while.
Yeah, it could.
I don't know how many innings these guys are going to throw, but I think in this tournament there is no pitch count. You know, there is a pitch count in the state of Illinois now, as that misses low. The IHSA in Illinois has now ruled that you cannot throw more than 107 pitches in 5 days.
In 5 days?
I think it is.
Oh, wow.
It's ripped down the third, and a nice play at third base by Jake Johnson. That hit right at him.
And that was one of our hardest hit balls today. I mean, in this game. I mean,
2 up, 2 down. I want to say 5. Well, it's a certain amount of days. It might be 3. It could be 3, and you can pitch the 4th, something like that. But they do almost. No, that's IHSA. Our school doesn't necessarily have to follow that. But
do we have a 42?
Not in the lineup, we don't.
Okay. Oklahoma City. Okay.
Gabe
Grisser.
Gabe Grisser.
Gabe Grisser's up here. Well, see if Gabe can stir the air a little bit.
So Gabe stands in. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, and a tie game at 1. That misses low. 1-0 the count.
Rather an unusual stance.
Line, the end of the delivery. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Count will move to 1-1. Line and delivery. Fastball right down the middle. And now 1-2.
Wow.
Line and delivery here is chopped out towards second. That ball is knocked down. They're not going to get the runner at first. Matter of fact, the throw gets away, but it goes over and off the dugout. But doesn't really matter anyway. He was already at first base. So Jared Barris reaches, and that will bring Jack Edmondson to the plate. That's another one where I really don't give that an air because I don't think he would have had him anyway, would he? Or are you going to give that an air? If he's already at first base, it's an error if he throws the ball past first base, if he doesn't advance.
Well, the thing about it was he didn't pick up the ball clean, so he had to scramble around to get the ball.
That's true.
I think he got an error on it.
Fine. It's an error.
But it isn't Barris at first base now. It's, what was his name? Pinch hitter?
All right, we'll go E4 then. Down the middle, and count quickly at 0-2 on Jack Edmondson.
That was Gabe Grisser at first.
And a swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Edmondson. That'll do it.
That'll take care of that.
No runs, no hits. There was 1 error and a couple of strikeouts as well. At bottom of the 7th, still tied up at 1. We're back with more from the HWSA in just a moment. So Jared Barris is the newest pitcher for Oklahoma City. And it's a 1-1 count on Trip Durham. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Angels. Roller out to short. Throw to first is in time. 6-3 goes the put out. 1 up, 1 down here in the 7th.
Shearer is up to bat.
This pitch comes back to the fence, kind of bounces back here. So 1-0 the count.
Shearer, S-H-E-E-R.
So Shearer is the
S-C-H-E-E-R, excuse me.
pinch hitter here. Fastball right down the middle, and the count moves to 1-1.
Jesse Shearer.
Fastball over the outside corner again. The count now 1-2.
Both teams going to the bench to try to get some racket going here.
A swing and a miss. So down on strikes goes Shear. And that'll bring us to the number 9 hitter in the lineup. I think this is also a pinch hitter. That would be 27.
27. This is Dallas, right?
Evans, I can't see that last name. That misses away. Evans.
Oh.
Hasemeyer.
Hasenmeyer. H-A-S-E-N-M-Y-E-R. Hasenmeyer.
So I count. Now evens up at 1-1 on Evans. And Jared Barris, the righty, winds and fires. This foul back to the screen.
I'll tell you what.
Count up 1-2.
Barris comes out like he's meaning business. He's throwing BBs.
This popped up back behind home plate. Stay at 1-2. I mean, at this moment, you would just want to get to the next game and then figure out what you're going to do with a championship game when you get there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right now you got to get through this one. There is no championship game.
So Barris delivers. Curveball.
Oh, that was a nasty one.
That is a good pitch right there.
Boy.
No strikes goes Evans Hasemeyer, and that will do it for the 7th. No runs, no hits, couple of strikeouts. We'll go to the 8th. So we head to extra innings here in the Division I semifinals. Back here with more from the HWSA in a moment. To the 8th inning we go. And Zach Clark, Micah Prentice, and Drew Sunby. 4, 5, 6 hitters for Oklahoma City. And that one hit deep into center field, back on the run and making the play is Zach Bolello.
Kind of broke with the hit and drifted back with it and caught it over his left shoulder. Made it look pretty easy.
So one gone from Micah Prentice.
It's a good thing it wasn't during those big gusts of wind. Wow. Probably would have gotten over his head.
So Prentice stands in. Here's the delivery, swing and a miss. And now 0-1 the count. Daniel Wilbanks has been on the mound this entire game. And he continues to work.
Doesn't seem to be worrying much, does it?
Up pitch misses low and in. The count will go to 1-1. Really, to be quite honest, other than the fourth inning, I mean, he probably threw 25 pitches or so in the fourth. He hasn't thrown that many pitches. There's a chopper down to third. This is going to be a tough throw here, but it's made in time. That's not an easy play.
You know what impressed me about that was he didn't get in a hurry. He kept himself together, and boy, he threw a nice shot over to first base.
Jake Johnson with that play down there at third. He had to kind of range over and make the play, and then he had to turn his body all the way back around in order to get the throw to first.
And he did it in such a relaxed way. He made it look easy, and it was, you're right, it was a pretty tough play. Didn't bother him at all.
Now Drew Sunby to the plate. There's a swing and a miss. 0-1 the count on Drew.
All right.
Wilbanks aligned and fire. Off-speed pitch misses away. Count now 1-1. You know, the other thing that's hard about catching is just catching with the ball with that glove. That's a learned art form.
It's an awfully hard thing to use.
I was never very good at that particular part of it. Fastball misses away. Now 2-1 the count.
You know, catching a pop-up with those things, that's like doing with pillows on your hands or something. You can't get any grip on anything.
And there's a swing and a foul tip. The count will even up at 2-2. Now a 2-2 delivery from Wilbanks. Called strike three over the outside corner. And
he didn't think so, but
Sunby didn't like that call at all.
No.
I mean, it was off the plate by a ways, but
he looked down at that and like, what did you call it?
So I called third strike, and Drew Sunby down on strikes. So no runs in the inning, no hits. There was one strikeout. We'll head to the bottom of the eighth, and it's still a 1-1 game. Back with more from the HWSA in a moment. Well, once again, we apologize for some of the connection issues here. Unfortunately, it is out of our control. It's just an internet fluctuation thing with the cell tower near here, and just unfortunately at this point is kind of is what it is. There's a line shot in the left field, and on with a 1-out single is Jake Johnson. There is 1 out only because Samuel Hawes, the leadoff hitter, tried to bunt to get on base, and a real nice play. I believe it was by Johnson who came in and played the ball, got him at first. So there is 1 out, runner down at first, and now Daniel Wilbanks stands in. Wilbanks has a walk today, but that's about it. Fastball misses up and in.
I tell you what, Brez, that pitcher, man, he made a play on that bunt that was beautiful.
That's a
Ooh.
line shot off the fence up the third base line. Count will go to 1-1. And if you're Oklahoma City, you can't see that too many times, and this game will be over in a hurry.
Wow, that was hit like a bullet. Fortunately for Oklahoma City was.
And for Dallas, you're right in the middle of the lineup to where you want to be. The curveball misses up high. Count now 2-1.
Wilbanks can handle that bat, it seems like.
And this chop foul up the third base line.
He didn't get cheated on his swings, is he? Man.
Count will go to 2-2. Two delivery, swing and a miss on the third strike, and now 2 gone. That will bring Justin Bruce to the plate with a runner in scoring position out there at second. Right now, if I'm Oklahoma City, or if I'm Dallas, if that ball gets through the infield anywhere, I'm sending that guy from second base.
Just give it a shot.
He might not get back there again. So that pitch misses up high. Count will even up here at 1-1. Barris with the delivery, swing and a miss, and now it goes to 1-2. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Barris looks in. Now comes set and delivers. That fouled out of play, and it'll stay at 1-2.
Now, if you got a good off-speed curveball, it's a good chance for it right here. And I'm agreeing with you. If they get anything out of the infield, send him all the way.
Yep, just run home.
There's not many people getting to second base today.
1-2 delivery. There goes the runner at second. Called strike 3. As down on strike.
Oh, he didn't like that call particularly either, but that's the way it goes.
Justin Bruce. Well, no runs in the inning. There was one couple of strikeouts. Well, we'll just keep going. We go to the 9th inning. All tied up at 1. Back with more from the HWSA World Series semifinal in just a moment. to the 9th inning now we go. Leading things off for Oklahoma City is Blake Blackwell, Brady, Lotus. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Oklahoma City. And this looped out in the left, and that will fall in for a single. So a leadoff single off the bat of Blake Blackwell. So Blackwell reaches on that hit. By the way, new pitcher for the Angels. That pitcher is Cade McDonald. He replaces Daniel Williams. Williams, 8 innings pitched, 1 run, no walks, 11 strikeouts.
Wow.
That's a pretty good line. No, 11 strikeouts. That pitch over the inside corner.
You can't ask much more than that, can you?
Elijah Brady at the plate. He is 1 for 3 today with a single. Not only that, he has a single and a run scored on that 1 for 3 day. McDonald delivers. This grounded down toward first. Play goes to second, and it is not in time as the throw bounces in, and just like that, there's runners at first and second. And there's trouble a brewing.
Yeah, it was a hurried up throw to third or second, trying to get that leading runner, and Samuel couldn't dig the ball out of the dirt in time, and consequently the ball was laying there beside him when they slid in.
So a courtesy runner out there for Oklahoma City. Now Cutter Lotus to the plate.
Oh, Blackwell, isn't it? 34 came in there?
Yes.
To do the courtesy running.
Oh, no, Blackwell came out. 24 went in.
Oh, 24. Oh, I got this backwards.
There's a bunt up the third base line. That's a nice bunt. That's going to be trouble, and it's a hit. That was a beautiful bunt, and really what should have happened there was Cade McDonald should have let that ball go. See if it would have ended up foul. He decided to go ahead and play it instead of
he had no chance
letting it play out, and there's a possibility that thing could have kicked foul. It was only about a foot or so fair. Cade trying to make the play, and it becomes a bunt single. And now there's all kinds of problems for Dallas.
That runner is Josh Major.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you're right. The only chance is to let that go.
So bases loaded here. Donald looks in. Comes set, now will deliver. Fastball over the outside corner for a strike. Peter Bradford trying to get a big hit here. He does have a couple of them today. He's 2 for 4 with a single and an RBI triple, I believe I'll put down here. A ball over the outside portion of the plate, so even things up at 1-1. And this pitch ripped back up the middle. 1 run is in, and they're going to hold everybody up. So a 2-1 lead for Oklahoma City here in the 9th. That's a good piece of hitting.
Wow, that was a bullet too. You're right. Good piece of hitting. Bases still loaded, still no outs. I figured somebody was going to break through here and do something big.
Well, sooner or later, somebody has to score.
Oh.
Now Jared Barris stands in. Grounder right back up the middle. That's going to get through for a hit. One run is in. Another runner rounding third. That run's going to score. So a 2 RBI off the bat of Jared Barris. And it's now a 4-1 lead.
Well, that was almost fielded by the pitcher. He jerked his glove up, went right over his right shoulder, left shoulder, and jerked his glove up just a hair's bit late. Game of inches or sometimes fractions of inches.
Well, I think they're going to go with a pitching change here. So Cade McDonald will depart. Take a look at the new pitcher and be back here in just a second. Still nobody out here in the ninth, and a 4-1 lead for Oklahoma City. That off-speed pitch misses inside. 1-0 the count on Jack Edmondson. New pitcher is Matt Cavanaugh. Righty comes on and now delivers. Bowler out towards second. They go to second base for one. Relay to first is in time. That's a nice play.
Oh, that was.
No, they're going to say he's off the bag. Off the bag? Wasn't he standing on it?
Oh, I think they ought to have a replay on that.
Pretty sure he was standing on the bag, but that's just me.
I thought he was. Yeah, I thought he was too.
Anyway, the out goes 4-6. On that fielder's choice, run will score no matter what here, even if they decide to.
Oh, they got him. Yeah, they met together.
No, I'm sorry. Run won't score. Run will move up to third. My fault. And they did say he was out, right?
Yes.
All right, that's the right call.
Yeah, the two umpires met together and they made it right.
So, runner moves up to third. 4-1 is still the lead for Oklahoma City, and that double play will put 2 outs on the board for Zach Clark. Clark, the cleanup hitter and catcher today. Matt Cavanaugh trying to get out of the 9th inning here. Misses up high, 1-0 the count. By the way, you can close the, well, not technically close the book on Kate McDonald. I forgot that runner at third is still his, so
one more runner at third.
Put that one on pause here for a minute. This chopper out towards the right side. Played by the second baseman Pruitt. He will flip it to first, and that will do it. 4-3 goes the put out, but a lot of damage done in this inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, and there was an error as well. We will head to the bottom of the 9th, and Bills need some runs in a hurry.
In a hurry.
Back here in just a moment with more from the HWSA Series Division I semis here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Well, to the bottom of the 9th we go. As we've been playing extra inning baseball for a while now.
Yep.
And Zach Bolello stands in. The pitch here from Barris is a little low. 1-0 the count. The Angels need 3 runs to keep this game going. Fastball right down the middle. And the count will even up at 1-1.
Yeah. Mr. Barris needs to put the ball over the plate with a little mustard.
That misses low. Count will move now to 2-1. That pitch will miss up and in, and now 3-1 the count.
Well, not going to make it interesting, is he?
Anything's possible. That's right down the middle and popped up into dead center field. Relatively deep, but playable for Peter Bradford as he will put that away.
Deep shot, but that's a real deep center field. You hit one out of that center field, you deserve every bit of that home run, boy.
So Riley, the Boast is due up here. Down to 2 outs for the Angels to try to do something. Fastball that misses up. 1-0 the count. Foul back up and on a play. The count will move to 1-1.
Okay. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Delivery here, curve ball, and there is a check swings. The count will move to 1-2. Barris trying to close things out here for the Broncos. There's a check swing. That is a called third strike. The throw down to first is in time. And now 2 outs. So the Angels down to their last out. And the Broncos 1 out away from heading to the World Series championship game.
Yeah, I would have kind of liked to see the Angels be a little more working the count for a walk. And they come out swinging, and he pulled the trigger. He tried to jerk back on and couldn't do it.
A chopper out towards short. This could do it. Picked up there by Sunby. Fires to first, and that will do it. The out goes 6-3. And Oklahoma City wins it 4-1 in 9 innings.
Man.
This game goes a couple extras, and Oklahoma City will advance to the championship game. And they will take on the Houston Falcons, who won a little bit. So it's Houston and Oklahoma City to the championship game tomorrow here on the network. I'll give you your final totals here in just a moment. So the original starters here this afternoon for Dallas, Daniel Wilbanks pitched an unbelievable 8 innings. 8 innings, 1 run, 11 strikeouts, not 1 walk.
That's amazing.
Pretty good work.
Wow.
Cade McDonald came in, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, did not work officially any part of an inning in that game. Cade came in and struggled a little bit. 3 runs and 4 hits, no official work in that inning. And then, actually, I think he might end up with 1/3 of an inning if I had this written down wrong. Matt Cavanaugh finished it up, 4 hits and no strikeouts, no walks. For Oklahoma City, the original starter this afternoon was Braden Smith. He went 6 innings, also did a nice job. 1 run on 2 hits, struck out 7 and walked 4. Jared Barris goes the rest of the way. 3 innings, gives up no runs, 1 hit, struck out 5, and did not walk anybody.
Wow, that's good. That's a good relief appearance.
So that's.
And that was a nice, hard-fought game. In spite of the 80-mile-an-hour winds are blowing out here.
Yep.
Oh my!
So the final 4-1 over Dallas. Thank you for joining us here today. We do apologize for some of the glitches there in the broadcast. It was kind of out of our control with that thing, and hopefully tomorrow things will clear up on that a little bit. But we will be back. We'll have the 2 games for you here on Field 1 tomorrow, so be sure to join us then. So until then,